Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nurse Jackie. It has been another week of me working as a nurse practitioner. This past week was a short week because it is the holidays. It is Thanksgiving week, so I worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I was off Thursday and Friday. So, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. The best part for me actually was waking up Friday morning and having the whole day off. Like, before working as a labor and delivery nurse, I was working at one point 312s, and then most recently, maybe once or twice a week. So, as I said in the earlier video, switching from once or twice a week to now working Monday through Friday every day. And then before I put in my notice, I was working Saturdays at the hospital. I didn't realize how much I missed having a weekday off until this week. So yeah, I enjoyed Thanksgiving. I spent time with my family. I ate a lot of food, a lot of dressing. But man, Friday, I was like, this is great. But all right, so let's talk about my previous week. So like I said, it was a short week. I did work a full day Wednesday. We didn't get off early. Well, at least I didn't. Different people's schedules allowed them to get off early. But I got off early Tuesday because I had an appointment. And so I ended up working a full day Wednesday. This week I had a lot of fertility patients, a lot of hormone patients. I think with seeing and bonding with a lot of my fertility patients and just patients in general, because I get to I see them more than I did at the hospital. At the hospital, I really only saw them once, unless I picked up a shift at OBD and I saw them before they came in. But in the clinic, I'm seeing these patients over and over again, and you start to build a connection with them, right? So this past week, I was wondering if, and I was trying to find a balance, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but one day, maybe Tuesday or something, or maybe I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know. Wednesday morning, before I went to work, I had my devotion time. It was just really heavy on my heart what one of my patients is dealing with. So of course, it's my devotion time. I'm praying for them. But it was like I started crying, right? Like I started crying like uncontrollably for them. And so I was like, am I supposed to be feeling their burdens this heavily? Like, is that okay? But then, I'm like, God, like, am I built for this? And should I be crying this much? Like, should I be feeling this much? But then ultimately, you're supposed to be compassionate. And I don't know, I really struggled that morning. I was like, I need to find a balance. Yes, I want to feel for my patients and be compassionate, but I don't want it to, cross the line, or I still, want to have a clear head. So then I was reminded that it's good, right, to have human feelings and to be able to, one, celebrate with your patients, but then also console them and for them to know that it's genuine. So, I'm good. I was like, okay. I never saw myself as a emotional person. So all of this is new for me. But I think, as I go along my spiritual journey and God is like, healing different parts of me and then opening my eyes in different ways, He's really showing me that I am more emotional and compassionate than I thought. So yeah, so that was one thing I dealt with this week, is realizing that I'm building relationships with these patients. So therefore, they do come up in my prayer times, especially the ones who I know are struggling with some particular things. I do pray for my patients, and sometimes I cry with them. And that's okay. That's part of what makes me who I am. I'm still clear-headed. I'm still very, you know, like you can be compassionate and knowledgeable. And, I had to realize that that's okay. So that was an eye opener for me. I was like, God, I didn't know I would be, having all of these strong emotions and feelings about one, somebody that wasn't myself or somebody that I knew, like family or close friend. But, you know, I'm more compassionate and emotional than I thought. And that's a good thing, right? So now in the actual office, I had some well woman exams where they were going a little bit more in depth than a well woman exam should be. So I had to, answer certain questions to where they didn't feel like I was ignoring them, but then also remind them of the policy and, that they can make another appointment, and, it was all good. I had one mother and daughter duo, or yeah, they came in together. The daughter had an appointment, and then after that, the mother had an appointment, but the daughter was like 15. So, of course, the mother was in the room and talking to teenage patients, which I have a teenage daughter, so I understand. But talking to teenage patients is like, you're almost like pulling teeth. You're asking a question, and sometimes, well, for one, they look at their mom like they don't know, like their mom is supposed to answer all their questions, or their responses, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, Miss Ma'am, so why are you here? Like, you're gonna have to be able to get your point across. So when I take my daughter to the doctor, of course I'm in the room, but I'm not speaking for her unless, obviously if she's having a hard time getting her point across, then yes. Or if she's not saying anything, but I encourage her to speak. So the doctor will ask my daughter a question, and my daughter will look at me, and I say, no, you can answer the question. Because I mean, as parents, one, we have to teach them that they can speak up, and they should speak up, especially concerning their health, because they won't be with us forever. Like literally in about 3 years, my daughter will be going off to college. She needs to be able to talk to a doctor. And I just feel like more parents should teach their daughters and children that we're not going to be able to be in every doctor's office or in every room with them. They need to learn how to speak up. So that was interesting. I had my patient, and of course at 15, the parents should be there. But guys, teenagers, you have to speak up and engage in conversations, especially concerning your health. That was interesting. So I saw the patient, the teenager, and then her mom, of course, had questions, and so it's like kind of like talking to two people in one appointment. And then it was the mom's turn. So then the mom kicks the daughter out. And then I, met with the mom. But yeah, it was cool. I got them both situated. So it's kind of like, 2 visits in one. But I laughed about that situation because literally the day before I made an appointment for my youngest daughter. And then for myself, back to back. So it was the same thing. I was in a room with her. I mean, she's 7, so I did do all of the talking. Which she surprised me. She actually spoke up and answered more questions concerning her health than her older 15-year-old sister does. But hey, let's see. One of my patients who I was seeing, she was having a tough situation, so I ended up seeing her a couple of times that week, and she was just really heavy on my heart. I've been praying for her, and I'm just like, I don't know. This was a little bit of a emotional week for me concerning my patients. So, but other than that, it's been going great. I'm really surprised at how comfortable I am so quickly. Like, I'm just thanking God I'm just thanking God of how smooth the transition has been, how welcoming everybody is. It's just really been good. I am so happy that it was a short week. I got plenty of rest, like more rest than I've gotten in a long time. So I'm ready to go back next week and just do what needs to be done. What I haven't done lately that I kind of miss is the pellet insertions. I know in the beginning, like a couple of weeks ago, I was doing a lot of pellet insertions, and then I even went to the training class and got all of like the background and information and contraindication, like all of the science behind it. I haven't done a pellet insertion since, and I'm so ready and excited and anxious to do one. So if you're out there and you're thinking about hormone replacement therapy and you want pellet insertions, come on in, because I'm ready to do another one. It was a short week. It was good. Life is good. The office is good. The transition has been really good. I think I might finally be ready to start seeing family and friends. One of my cousins, I did see her over Thanksgiving, and I told her, come on in. I have gotten plenty of practice with strangers who are now becoming patients and friends. Oh, I did have one couple of patients actually. One particular patient, she hadn't been in anybody's office for about 2 or 3 years. With COVID, a lot of people stopped going to the doctor, and a lot more people are just starting to come back. So she hadn't been in a couple of years, and I did her well woman exam, and we was just, talking and stuff. And then I tell people that they can message me on the portal. I gave her my name, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna forget your name. I've been waiting for you forever." I was like, "Excuse me?" She was like, "I've been waiting for a provider like you forever." I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." Well, yeah, things like that really brighten up your day. I mean, anybody's day. And, kind of motivates you and lets you know, you are doing the right thing, and you are making a difference, and you are helping people. Because anytime somebody feels comfortable enough to say they want to come back to see you, or to say that they haven't been in the doctor's office in a long time, and it's just something that they had to do, and then that changes to, "This wasn't so bad. I really enjoyed seeing you." I've had a lot of those, and that's really been a pat on the back. And I just thank God that this transition has really been like seamless. And I pray that it continues to stay that way. I pray that I continue to grow and my knowledge continues to expand, but really that I continue to stay compassionate, and that my patients can feel, ultimately God's love and compassion through me. And if my patients feel like they were finally heard or seen by coming to see me, then I feel like my job is done. And I've had patients say that they always felt like, previous doctors weren't really paying attention to what they needed, and were just trying to. This one patient says she thought like a couple of doctors she had been trying to see were just trying to put a Band-Aid on it. And she almost cried, like she was crying, and she was like, "I finally feel heard." And I was like, okay. Yeah, like I kind of had maybe a good handful of those this past week. Even though it was a short week, I had a lot of compliments, and I don't know, it's kind of shocking to me that people have had experiences to where they feel like they weren't seen or heard in the doctor's office, but that should never be the case. And I pray that I never come off as uncaring, or as if I'm rushing a patient. So I want to keep making patients feel comfortable and that they want to come back. Because first of all, when you go in for a woman exam or anything in a OB-GYN's office, unless you're pregnant, it tends to be a little nerve-wracking and just not something we look forward to. So when I have a patient at the end of the appointment say that this was great, that's a great compliment. And I just thank God for that. I thank God that I have that effect on people. And I pray that I continue to have it and I continue to help more people. So, yeah, that was a quick update of my week. I saw great patients. I realized I'm a little bit more emotional than I thought, but that's okay. And I got plenty of rest. And I'm going to go back next week and, you know, keep doing what it is that I was placed here to do. So I will check in with y'all next week. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say because it's going to be a full week. It's going to be everybody trying to come in after Thanksgiving, but before the year ends, trying to get all their procedures in. So from what we hear, it's about to be real busy. But I mean, that's just more learning opportunities. So I'm ready. Happy Thanksgiving again.